Good morning, all the participants who have participated from the different colleges, different universities, different states in this orientation program as named orientation program of comparative literature, which is going to conduct by the Human Resource Development Center, Dr. Baba Saheb Ambedkar, Marathwada University, Aurangabad. Respected Director of the HRDC Center, respected course coordinator, and the assistant director of this HRDC center. I am very much thankful to all of you that you have given me a best opportunity to talk over here or to deliver a short presentation by me in this orientation program, or in this short refresher program. First of all, I would like to introduce myself to all the participants, dignitaries here. Myself, Kamble Satwa Ramchandra. I am Assistant Professor and Head Department of English, Kala Mahavidyalaya, Nandurghat, Taluka Kej, Jilla Bid. I am uh, delivering a short presentation or a seminar presentation here on the topic that Dalit literature and Black literature. Before discussing or before going directly on the topic of the seminar presentation that is called Dalit literature and Black literature, uh, we just uh, uh, we will just discuss the background of the both the literature because it is necessary for us to understand what is the literature or how these literature come into existence. That into the Western countries, that is called a black literature, or someone calls that it is called colored literature or racist literature, because into the period of time or even into the ancient era, there was a racial discrimination between the whites and the blacks people. Particularly it is called colored people, and white people are superior and black peoples are inferior. They treat themselves, the white peoples treats to the black peoples as they are their inferiors, their slaves. They are not supposed to vote, not supposed to get education, not supposed to stand for politics, or they don't have any equal rights which has been given by their own constitution into their country. And that's why the people of the black community were suffering from the long period of time, from one generation to another generation. And into the 19th century or the beginning of the 20th century, the literature of the black people were started to coming into existence, and they are showing their problems, showing their challenges, or showing their difficulties, or to the people with the help of literature they have, which have been written by them. And among these black literature, there are many writers, critics came into existence. Some of them are Maya Angelou, Hole Soyinka. These are the prominent one. That Maya Angelou, in Still I Rise, her best poetry, she express her black views, her views of the her views against the white oppressor into her poetry, that is called Still I Rise. Then we will come to know, or we will understand the meaning of the poem Still I Rise. That Still I Rise is a poem. That what is its meaning? Still means I am here, still I rise, at currently or at presently I am rise here, for I am stand here, for I am stand here for the fight, my for the fight of the for the fight of the that is, it is called the oppression, or fight called the exploitation. uh, they have been going to suffer it, suffering from the last periods of the time. and still I rise. Maya Angelou called that the discrimination has been raised on the color of the skin. It is not supposed to do that. The racial discrimination, one person who born with the white skin and another person who was born with the black skin, and the white people treat to the black as their slaves, their oppressors, their subordinate at their position. And this way this could not be happen into the next generation. That's why she tries to reflect her views, her opinions with the help of the poems which she has been written. It is called Still I Rise. Then the last line of the poem is I rise, I rise, I rise. This is the one writer of the black community who tries to write, or who tries to show their problems, their exploitations front of the countries with their help of the writings of with the help of writings, particularly English literary writings. The another writer of the black community is that Hole Soyinka. Hole Soyinka was a dramatist. Uh, she also tries to reflect the problems of the black people with the help of her poems. That is called Telephone Conversation. Telephone Conversation, a poem which has been written by her, and she tries to reflecting, or she tries to showing that the thinking of the white people towards the black community over the phone communication. And there is a one person who calls to the white person for the apartment of the room on the rent basis. But the white person replied that you are belongs to which category, or whether you are colored, or whether you are a white man. And the Hole Soyinka also tries to show that this is a racial discrimination which has been done by the white people from generation to generation. That, yeah, it means that the racial discrimination into the Western countries, and the caste discrimination in India. This is the comparison between caste discrimination and racial discrimination. But the community is different, the peoples are the same, the human being is also same, but the structure of the society, or the thinking of the people into their different nations uh, is uh, is reflect here as the oppressing one. That in India there is a caste system from the long time, and the many peoples of the below poverty caste, they are suffering from the structured system of the caste. It is called particularly the Dalit caste, who are called untouchable ones from the periods of the before the independence India. And they don't have any rights. They don't have any rights to got education before independence of India. They were not get supposed to get education. They are not politically, socially, economically equal with the other people. It is called the bourgeoisie people. And this was instantly happen in India, and the many writers came into existence who tries to write the values, or who write about the um, Dalit views. They put their own perspective according to Dalits view, and they show their with the help of their writing that how Dalits are exploited, how Dalits are marginalized people into the country, how Dalits are subaltern. Some of the there is subaltern is a concept propounded by Gayatri Chakravarti Spivak, and she says that can the subaltern speak, or does the subaltern have rights to speak? It means that the subaltern means the below powerful people have can they speak about against their rights or not? This is a question raised by Maya Angelou into the subaltern theories. Like this in India, that the leads also that Baburao Bagul, Kumud Pavde, and Mulkraj Anand. These are the some famous prominent writers who tries to show the writings of the Dalit literature or Dalit perspective. And with the help of this, they with the help of their writing, they tries to reform the society, society of the Indian continent. Mm, and this has been happened from the duration, and they there another writing, the Kumud Pavde, Baburao Bagul. These are the some best prominent writers who tries to. There B.R. Ambedkar is also one of them. That B.R. Ambedkar wrote a best article upon the philosophies of Buddha and Marx, and he applied the Marxism or Marxist theory into India. That how he applied the Marxist theory of India, Marxist theory of Western in India. That Marx, the struggle of the Marx was, it was the uh, class struggle, and it was the struggle in India. It was a caste struggle. These are the two struggles that Marx talks about: the class struggle, between the two community. That one is class. Bourgeoisie class, and another is proletarian class. Bourgeoisie are the capitalists and proletarians are the laborers. This is the two that Marx found how to struggle, did a struggle for the labor into the Germany. And the same thing and the same philosophy theory has been applied with the help of the Marx and Buddha article by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar and in India. And he says that how the system of education, how the caste system of India is settled from long generation. And this should not be this supposed to not this is not supposed to do as it is the same. And there are many issues which has been raised. There is a the same issue, the same thing happened with the Muslim people or Muslim community. But there in the Muslim community, their thinking was the different. That in Muslim community, the female are oppressed. That the female they have don't rights. They don't have any rights to got education. There is a parda system and so on. Mm, so I all the so once again I thanks to the director, course director, that course director, course coordinator Verma madam, and the assistant director of this HRDC center. And I have also thanks to all the participants who listen me here and cooperate me. Thank you. Thanks once again.